Grand Rising, everybody. Joseph Hennessy. Name of my channel is The Children. It is a cold, miserable day in the San Francisco Bay Area. Where is spring? It's April 24th and no signs of spring yet. Mother Gaia is resetting. Things are changing. It's all part of the Great Reset. The apocalypse, which is a good thing. If you read apocalypse in the Bible, it means the Great Awakening. We are awakening to what they're doing to us on this planet. So like I said, the name of the channel is The Children. I am a light worker, a starseed, a wanderer, a rainbow warrior, a human being, many different life forms we've all been. We all come from different star systems and galaxies to have a human experience. The test planet that went wrong keeps going wrong. Every time the humans keep screwing it up. With a little bit of help with some friends that aren't our friends. The reptiles, the lizards, the Orions, the dragons, the rulers of this planet. Satan runs the planet. He has a lot of minions under his control. All the royal families, all the world governments, the Rothschilds, George Soros, Bill Gates. They're all Luciferians, 33-degree Freemasons, Bilderbergs, Skull and Crossbones, all the secret societies. They all go to Bohemian Grove. They do nefarious things. I've been to Bohemian Grove, and it was the most eerie place I've ever been in my life during a sunny day. So I'm looking for kind, caring, compassionate people who are just tired of the narrative. And the Matrix is coming to an end, and I'm going to keep telling this and talking about it. At the gym this morning, I do my stairs, and they always have the TV sets that tell live vision, the brainwashing box, the fake news, who is funded by Big Pharma. Funded by Big Pharma. Why did Big Pharma need to fund the news? So they can control the narrative. So they were talking about, I believe her name is Dana Bash. That is her name, a little blonde lady who has no heart or soul to be able to get on the TV set and lie to the American people every day like she does. They're talking about vaccine, misinformation, malinformation, whatever you want to call it. And they are the biggest spreaders of misinformation during the pandemic. Vaccines. Over and over again, I stated I went to jail because I refused to wear this on my face anymore. A medical device, a t-shirt sleeve. During the pandemic, nobody bothered to talk about the Nuremberg Code on CNN about if you feel like you're being used as a guinea pig for an experimental test, you don't have to do it. It's your own free will. The Nuremberg Code, it was instituted after what they did to the Jews in Nazi Germany. How convenient it would happen to be forgotten about during the pandemic. Freedom of choice. And we were all given mandates. So CNN was the biggest spreader of misinformation during the pandemic because it was planned. Couldn't make all those billion doses of vaccines unless you had it pre-planned. They talked about it for many years before then. But these people are still on the TV set telling people to take these vaccines that don't work. I can't believe it. 72 vaccines for children. They don't need them. It's all about the profit. Big Pharma, no recourse. They do whatever they want. Kill as many people as they want. And nobody pays any price for it. Immunity. Prosecution. It makes no sense. They're still pushing vaccines. Even though heart attacks, strokes, cancer, AIDS, all these diseases that are on the rise due to global warming and climate change and awareness. Of course, it couldn't be the magical elixir they told everybody they had to take to save their grandmother. The misinformation from the fake news is unbelievable. They are funded by Big Pharma. And they're also funded by the military-industrial complex. Why did bomb makers need to advertise on TV set? So they can control the narrative. It just never stops. The matrix is crumbling. We have to see it before we believe it, but it's crumbling. Also, the Pope died. It's funny, he died the day after Easter Sunday, and Easter Sunday was on 420. I hope he got his last smoke in before he kicked the bucket. But being a recovering Catholic, him dying is all part of the global reset. All religions had great intentions when they were started, thousands of years ago. But 1,000 years of indoctrination of the patriarchy, the men-dominant religion, no matriarchy, no balance, it's coming to an end. Religion. Where is that in any spiritual text, the word religion? I'm spiritual. I do spirituality. The Holy Spirit. That's mentioned in the Bible a lot, isn't it? In the Holy Text. The Holy Spirit, which is all inside of us. We all carry the Holy Spirit on the inside, our true selves. The unconditional love, the authenticity in your true self. None of this 3D illusion, the mask that we put on to fit in, to keep up with the Joneses. So the Pope is dead. A lot are saying that he'll be the last Pope. In the Bible it says you do not need a man or a building as a go-between between you and your higher power. Your conscious contact with your higher power is right here in your pineal gland, in your forehead, which has been calcified by fluoride and all the processed foods and all the brainwashing that they've been doing to us for thousands of years. Once we unlock the rest of our brain power and our DNA, which they call junk and unused, it's just dormant and we don't know it. Over and over again I keep saying religion is crowd control. Catholic Church, what have they ever done for anybody? What have they ever fixed? All they are is the remake of the Roman Empire. Once you find out what's under the Vatican, what's really under the Vatican, you're going to be appalled. All the ancient texts, all our true history, all about all the ancient civilizations, all the past civilizations they don't want you to know about. The Atlanteans, the Lemurians, the Garthians, the Giants. Always ends up in failure. So this low frequency planet, the third dimension, duality, the darkness and the light is being changed. It's called the ascension process. And I'm going through the ascension twin flame process. You can Google that. It's the journey to my inner self, because this is what it's all about. Ascending to the fifth dimension is about changing who you are on the inside, bringing out your authentic self, who you are truly meant to be. And people will say, well, Joe, you've always been who you've been. Well, not in a good way. It's all about positivity, love, light, caring, compassion, service to others, service to self afterwards. Take care of everyone. Community that work together, commune together. All the new governments are going to be area-based, because every area in the world is different. We all have different needs. This is all part of the Great Reset. Treat everybody the same. There's abundance for everybody. We're going to go to a system eventually where you don't even need money, because you'll be able to manifest. Once we unlock all our God-given abilities and stop believing the narrative that's been beat into our heads for hundreds of years. The Catholic Church, their story never made any sense to me. You die and where do you go? To a cloud in the sky. To do what? But I have a lot of different thoughts and views on what really happens to us and what has happened to us, where we've had 1 to thousands of lives on Mother Earth, depending on your soul experience, what you chose to do when you chose to come here. I chose to come here to help fix it. Fix the mess, free the prisoners from the open air prison that we all live in. And I helped create it. But that's all part of the process. I'm just one of the lucky ones who was chosen to be woken up to realize what they're really doing to us. And I know it all sounds crazy, but all I'm doing is I'm planting seeds one at a time. They don't grow today, but I know what's coming in the future. Because if it doesn't come the way I think it is, then we're doomed anyway. The World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, who resigned, which is a good thing. Funny how he did that at the same time the Pope died. It's all part of the Great Reset, people. It's just a matter of us coming together as a collective and believing we can change it. Because the one thing that the deep state fears is our power when we figure out who we truly are. Slowly but surely, they are losing their power, their grip, their stranglehold. But not enough of us are realizing quick enough, for me anyway, to what they're doing to us and what we need to do to evoke some change. The Pope dying, I'm sure a lot of people out there are saddened by it, but if you really take a look at it, the Catholic Church does nothing for nobody. They have a lot of guidelines that are not God-based, because the only law of God that I understand is that you love unconditionally. Be your authentic self. Be happy, joyous, and free. And try to spend a little time in the Matrix as you can. I know you have to. I hate watching CNN, but every once in a while I look up there just to see the lies and propaganda that they're spread. Barack Obama legalized propaganda against us in 2014. They're just actors with a script. The news is so one-sided. They're supposed to be non-biased, but they are. They're very liberal-oriented. And all they seem to really be caring about is all the stuff that the Democrat liberals want to take care of and make out to be problems that aren't problems for the American people, like feeding us, leaving our kids alone, fixing the education system, fixing big pharma and the medical association, because all they want to do is make you sick. Enough is enough. Stop the endless wars. Get people off the streets. Fentanyl off the streets. Get rid of the 15 million illegal aliens who are not supposed to be in this country. And I can say that because I have a green card. I'm an immigrant. We did it the right way. There's plenty of space in this country. Go home, do what you're supposed to, then come back. You're more than welcome. We're going to fix this problem, and it's being fixed. You want to fix it for your kids? Because I'm going to fix it regardless. I'm going to the fifth dimension. Happy, joyous, and free. Hope to see you there. God bless.